Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is a 2024 launch made in 100 pieces in rose gold. There were also 50 in yellow gold. This is the Czapek Antarctique Mount Erebus limited edition, named after the southernmost volcano in the world in Antarctica. So the timepiece on the screen right now is nicely executed in gold, massive. What you can't see is 201.93 grams, almost half a pound, and 40.5 millimeters in diameter. That you can see. I measure it 11.3 millimeters thick from lug to lug, just the case. It's going to be 44.9 millimeters. And if we measure this link to its corresponding opposite, then the total distance across the wrist is 52 millimeters. We'll throw the watch on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. By the way, there are quick release lug systems here, and Czapek has an array of straps for the watch if you want to switch the look up a little bit. But it sits low, it'll easily slide under a cuff. It's one of the few non-round integrated bracelet watches that actually wears its size or even a bit smaller. So though my wrist is 16 centimeters, this would easily work on a wrist of 14 centimeters circumference. And then it's nicely weighted top to bottom, so if you want to wear it loose, it's not going to move around or porpoise on your wrist. It's not going to capsize like a sailboat without a keel. It is a gorgeous look, and you can see even from over the top, which exaggerates the width of a watch, it's still quite slim. The bracelet's not quite as complex in its finishing and intricacy of design as something like a Nautilus or a Royal Oak, but it's nicely done, well integrated into the case. We have these polished intermediate links in the shape of the Czapek C, combination of satin and polish. We've got removable links that are fixed in place using screws, and you can see we've got this sort of link and a half in case you find yourself in between sizes. Taking a look at both sides, we have a twin trigger release system. Press both triggers to open it up. One is not enough. It is quite secure when closed. We've got the Czapek logo externally when it is closed. Twin trigger release, thick gauge gold swing arms there. And turning it all top side once more, we have evacuations in the profile. We have a few nuances of detail here. You can see that the crown guard shoulders are slightly beveled. The bezel is stepped in from the flank of the case to thin it out visually with a very narrow vertical satin lip before the conical primary plane, which is polished. We've got a screw-down crown, 120-meter water resistance. You can see 1845. That is the year that Czapek, fresh off a more famous partnership with Patek, created his own company. And obviously Patek and Philippe forged on as Patek Philippe, and Czapek went in his own direction. They were both Polish emigres, Patek and Czapek, and that is the origin of this company's name. It is a revival of an old hallowed name from mid-19th century watchmaking. So although it is a vintage name, it is a creature of the 2010s revived in the modern era with watches like this. You can also see a combination of polish and media blast on the crown. Taking a look, we have a boxed and cambered sapphire. We have a fair amount of luminescence, which you will see now. You will also see that it is bright and blue. This is a deep blue dial in terms of color. They describe this as deep blue. And back in 2020, the Terre Italie was issued what they called the Lame dial, and the Lame dial that first debuted on the Terre Italie back in 2020 is back for 2024 on the Mount Erebus edition. So you can see it has almost the kind of color and texture and underlying, one could say, nuance and character that you might expect from a Grand Seiko dial. We have rose gold hands and indices, and you can see the counterweight of the second hand is the Czapek logo. We have a lovely serif intensive font for the date wheel, and the date wheel is the same color as the dial. You can see there is differential decoration, or at least differential texturing between the outer track and the inner dial. We do have two subsidiary setting modes, one of which is hacking seconds, and the other of which is the quick set date. And I promised you serifs, and boy does it ever. Automatic watch, caliber SXH05. created by Emmanuel Boucher and Daniel Martinez for Czapek. It is an exclusive movement created alongside top watchmakers from the independent space. So you can see this is 1 out of 100. We have this rotary dial-based first generation quick release. That would later change a little bit on the subsequent Antarctique. So you can see this is the deep blue dial Mount Erebus, that it's 1 of 100, and that 5N red gold is used on the case. So there's pink, there's rose, and there's red, and generally when you're talking about the 5N and the 6N stuff, only Journe generally uses 6N, but you're talking about red gold, not pink or rose. The movement is large. It's 30 millimeters in diameter, automatic winding with ceramic bearings and a platinum micro rotor, 60-hour power reserve, 4 Hz beat rate, quick set hacking, full balance bridge with a free sprung balance for shock resistance, 28 joules, high horology 5-position adjustment, and then a beautiful architecture. We have the barrel under the ratchet wheel, and then we have this succession of bridges, finger bridges, including an extraordinary beveled, mirror polished, skeletonized, and quadruple interior internal angled bridge. You can even see that the joints externally feature a little bit of that sharp crease. So depending on how you count, this has either 4 or 6 sharp interior angles. Czapek likes to brag that it uses recycled platinum, and while piles of discarded platinum on beaches worldwide are not an ecological problem, the idea is to reuse as much of the already mined platinum as possible for the sake of limiting the energy of processing more. So that's the premise there. You can see it uses ceramic bearings, and the advantage of a micro rotor is that it's in the same plane as the rest of the watchmaking. So it's as thin as a manual. It is a big open case back display like a manual, and yet it has the convenience of an automatic and once again a 60-hour power reserve. Free sprung with a full bridge for shock resistance. You can see this individual train style finger bridge succession, just like an old Genevan pocket watch. And what you'll appreciate is that they have mirrored beveling on the outer edge of these bridges, and then we have these raised portions which have a satination on their top, and then the recesses are all media blasted. You can see polish and satin on the ratchet wheel. You can also see that we have a combination of satin and beveling and media blast on the rotor. All screw heads mirror finished, nicely executed in all regards. It has both decoration, which is how things are finished, and architecture, which is the relative size and shape and position of the parts relative to each other. So lots to love here. And this is a timepiece that offers a lot of versatility. A dress watch, a sports watch, could also be your only watch. So if you love this piece, reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.